Yo, what's going on? Let me get my finger. Yo, what's going on, guys? It's Mason here, back here with another stream. We are back. It's been like a long time since we've done a football stream. But I am finally back, and I thought, why not come and do a stream today? And I'm joined by. It's been a long time, but he's back.
Yeah, man.
Davey, how you doing, bro?
Yeah, I'm good, man. I'm good. Hopefully, we have a good stream today. Talk all
Yeah,
things United. And yeah, hope everyone's doing well, man.
yeah. So we are doing a lineup today of the play ratings for this season. Um, as the season is. Move this person over. I don't know if you can see on my screen, but if you can't see the tier list, it is a bit glitchy, so I do apologize for that. I have no clue what's going on with it. It's been a pain, but we'll just tell you where to go anyway. So,
Yeah, just go
um,
through it anyway.
yeah, so we've got hasn't played. So it's players who hasn't played basically this season much enough to get rated. We have trash, which means they've just been trash and yeah, just ruined the team. Average means they've been average, they've been their usual average self. Then we've got good, which means they've been good for the team. They haven't been average. And then we've got brilliant, which means the game changer. So and my
Mhm.
screen's gone off. So
Yeah, yeah. I'm on the live stream now. It's just gone off as well
yeah, do you know
because
what?
I was able to.
So we'll just tell you the guys. Hi lads, have a good team. Cheers, Jesse.
Yes, definitely.
Um, we'll just tell you the things then, guys, because it's really glitching on my laptop. So, but yeah, so I'll tell you the players, and then we'll tell you where to put them. So, um, first up, before we get onto the player ratings, what's your thoughts on the season before we get on?
Um, it's been an up and down season, man. I was very, very happy with the team. Like post World Cup. When we came back in December, playing great football. January playing good football. February playing good football as well. Beat the likes of Barca. Beat Newcastle in the final. And I just felt like our team, we got a bit complacent. We just thought, we can beat anyone now because we beat Barca, we beat Newcastle in the final. We're untouchable. Then we went to Anfield and got slapped up, and that's how I feel our season has changed. And our away form against the top nine teams has been absolutely poor. We haven't won against the top nine in the Premier this season, so that's something we have to build on next season. But overall, if we get top four, even if we don't win the FA Cup, it'll be a very very good season for Ten Hag because we won the trophy and we got top four. But that's our main like aim: trophies, top four, and obviously next season, we need to be going for the title.
Absolutely. Of course, yeah. This season, I think it's been good overall, but I think towards the end we've pushed up. We have been a little bit of can't say I can't say bottle it because we haven't bottled it yet, but we've pretty much jinxed top four, kind of. And yeah, it just hasn't been a great end to a season. But overall, I think we've seen a difference, but we haven't got we've seen we haven't got the rotation like Manchester City. Um, we haven't got a big rotation. We haven't brought
We
the
haven't got
players
depth.
in. We haven't brought
Yeah.
enough players in to cover us, and there is still. Well, we'll get onto the players, but there is some players that still ain't good enough for us, so that don't deserve to be at the club. But yeah, you know what? It has been a good season, but if we jinx top four, then I'd say under good season, in my opinion, because you know the amount of we've been in the top four for a long time, and to
Yeah,
jinx it like that
it's
is
still in our hands, though. I think we'll get top four. To be fair, it's still in our
hopefully,
hands. Yeah,
hopefully. But anyway, let's go on to the player events. So of course we just said we've got the categories. Of which I can't show it you on the screen because my laptop's been a pain. So we first up got Dabadea. Where would you rate him? Because
yeah,
De Gea is a controversial one. I know we used to love David De Gea, but we've both been a bit critical of him recently. Um,
yeah.
you know, so where would you put him?
Um, can you give me like all the tiers? So
Yeah,
surely there's like,
we've got hasn't played, trash, average, good, and then brilliant.
all right. I'll give the here the benefit of the doubt. Start of the season, I thought he did quite well, including his distribution. Um, his claiming of crosses and overall like sweeping as well. But then I just felt like ever since the latter stages of this season, he's just showing his frailties, in it. Like he can't claim crosses. He's not good on the ball. He's not really a sweeper. He's not commanding. So, like at first first stage of the season, I would have given him a decent. He was decent, and then
Mm.
obviously past few games, obviously I think personally I think he cost us against Sevilla, even though we still could have done it better in attack. But obviously them goals are down to him, and then I also think that yeah, you know what, I'll give him average, man. I'll give him the benefit of that average.
Yeah,
A lot of people go check that. We're forgetting how good the Hale was at the start of the season, isn't it?
I don't know. A lot of people would say good because of the clean sheets, but I keep telling people about the clean sheet situation is
It's our
you've
defense.
got our defense. The reason why we're getting clean sheets, it's not because of David, it's because of Martinez and Varane and the back
Exactly.
line. He has a good back line, which means he's had. I know he saved a few, had a good shots to save, but let's be real here. When you've got Varane and Martinez, who's been one of the best duos defense maybe this season by far, controversially, some people might disagree. You know, you can't agree, you can't lie. He's gonna get the clean sheets, and we've seen the weakness. I think it's been happening since Martinez and Varane's both been injured. We've seen the weakness from David De
Yeah,
Gea that
yeah, exactly. Because let me
he's
just
had.
sorry to, but
Yeah, yeah,
like whenever there is playing up in the back, he plays normally he plays a short to Martinez, who will kind of bail him out because Martinez is exceptional on the ball. He's basically like a midfielder in defense. He's that good on the ball. He's that technically secure. So
mm,
he makes De Gea like the mistakes that De Gea will make, like a maybe an underhit pass, for example. Martinez will cover for that by a little half turn and then a ball into the midfield. But now without Martinez, we haven't got players that are as good on him on the ball. And obviously against Sevilla and other teams, we've seen those deficiencies in De Gea's game, and obviously the players haven't been there to bail him out. So yeah,
yeah. So yeah, we've gone for average. Look, I like David De Gea. I've always sticked up for David De Gea, but I'm now to that point now where we do need to get a new keeper. We need a modern day keeper. We can't. The thing about keepers these days is you need a keeper also who can pass the ball and is good on the ball. That's why you got the Brentford. That's why you got the likes of Brentford, maybe Man City, and Liverpool are doing so well with their defense, or maybe their keepers are playing really well, and conceding less goals and maybe getting more assists. Maybe it's because they're really good on the ball and all that. David De Gea, look, he's a good shot stopper. I know he's made a few mistakes, which he should have. There was the West Ham goal, and there was another one he should have saved easily. But you can't lie. He, we need a keeper who can pass. So
exactly.
I think he's been average. Some people
Yeah,
probably disagree, but yeah. Marcus Rashford. Now, uh,
yeah,
listen. I think this is what I keep saying about Rashford is if Rashford didn't finish or have a good strike on him, or didn't have pace, maybe the guy would not be a good player. He would be average as hell. He would be probably crap. He's selfish at times, even on the left wing. When you're a striker, okay, fair enough, you have to be selfish. But when you're a left wing, no. His passing, I haven't seen much improvement in his passing. I think the only thing he's improving is his finishing, and he's been on a goal drought, to be fair, for a month or two now. So I think he's been good. I think it's been good for his season, for his standards. I think he has been good, but to people saying he should be player of the season, him and Bruno, no. Why Bruno? Like, listen. I think Bruno's improved this season. I think he's been good, but if people are going to say because he hasn't missed a game, then that's a stupid reason. Because then they're saying David De Gea should get play of the season too, because he's been playing all the games too. So
yeah.
why should Bruno get games play of the year? I personally think I've already said on Twitter, Casemiro's great, but I think Casemiro with a few suspensions has not helped him. Sorry about that. Martinez, I think should be player of the season because he's been consistent.
He's been our
Um,
best player.
he's been the best player. But yeah, I think Rashford's been good, but I wouldn't say brilliant.
Mm.
You know,
Uh,
hard,
you
hard
know,
to
I'm not
say.
one to stat pan as well. Yeah, I don't rely on. Sorry, I don't rely on stats. Yeah, but he's like, if he wasn't for his goals, I'd probably give him average Because other than goal, like what does he offer to United at times? Like I love Rashford, but his all-round performances need to improve because when he doesn't score, he doesn't really offer anything to the team. No creativity. He doesn't hold the ball up well. You know, sometimes he's rash. Just like when he's dribbling, he doesn't really look up. But obviously, Ten Hag's there to improve his game. Like his back to goal play has improved somewhat. Like we saw against Tottenham in that first half. That was a brilliant first half from us, but then we got it in the second half. Well, yeah, like Rashford has been one of our only goal scoring threats of the season. Like our attack is so bad. We haven't scored enough goals. We haven't created enough chances at times. So other than that, I'll probably give him good because only purely based on the fact that he's one of our only like main goal threats in it. So yeah, I'll give him good, but like his overall performances haven't been great.
Mm. Ericsson, the new signing, the first signee of the player ratings, came for free from Brentford. Um, at first, I thought it was good because I thought Ericsson still got it. I thought he had a couple of starts was poor, but then as soon as he had Casemiro next to him, he was playing really well. And yeah, before the injury, he was really good. He was an important player to us, and I think he was still important when he left. But since he's come back, it's just not been the same really. Unfortunately, he's just not, you know. And
Yeah,
we've seen we've seen the cracks that maybe we do need Casino maybe to come to the club and put him next to
yeah,
Casemiro because it's just Ericsson. Unless you play Ericsson and Cam, which they won't do over Bruno, I don't know. But I personally think he has been good. I still would put him in the good thing, absolutely, but I don't think it should be brilliant, to be honest.
um, yeah, like for in my opinion, I think Ericsson had a great start to the season. You know, he's one of our most creative players. You know, he's still got that IQ, but he just hasn't got the legs anymore, man. Like I don't know why Ten Hag plays him in the pivot. Maybe to control games, I get that. But when you wanna really, you know, combat the opposition teams in midfield, like, you know, with 50-50s and all of that, like high energy, high pressing and all that stuff, like Ericsson is not your guy. But Ericsson's the type of squad player that you bring on to break teams down in it. So I don't think this system really suits him unless you're going to play him in the number 10, maybe, and put runners around him. But yeah, ever since he came back from his injury, I think he's been average as well, man. But yeah, I'd give Ericsson average. Like, I love the guy. He's a great player. I just don't think he's got the legs for it anymore, man. Especially in the Prem. Like, obviously, I'd keep him as a squad player, but we have to replace him with like a De Jong, like a proper ball carrier, someone that can take the ball from the first phase of play, take it from the you know defenders or whatever, drop deep. Because Casemiro obviously he's shown his frailties on the ball, so we need someone like that next to Casemiro. We're gonna progress as a team.
Yeah. So we'll put him in average. Next up, Fredinho. Oh,
he's he's been trash. I'll be real. I think he's had
yeah,
more shit games than good. Because sometimes he's good, but then other times he's shit. You know what I mean? Like I'd
yeah,
sell for him even as a squad player. I don't rate him, man.
yeah.
He's better
It's
than
a
McTominay, but that's not good enough. We need better.
mm,
We need better than we're better than McFred. Like people are saying that about Sabitzer, but Sabitzer hasn't really impressed me. But we'll get onto that later. But yeah, Fred, he's been trash in my opinion.
yeah, absolutely. I think we've seen Fred at times he can be really good, but especially I think his best game was the Tottenham game at start the game we won 3-0 at Old Trafford. I think it was Old
It
Trafford.
was 2-0,
Uh,
2-0, yeah. 2-0.
2-0. Sorry, Casemiro and him was just brilliant, but it just hasn't worked out. Casemiro, listen. I know towards the end of the season, I know suspensions. I think one the Southampton suspension was it Southampton? That shouldn't have been a red card, to be fair. But I think Casemiro has made a big difference
He has.
to this team, and this proves what we said. Even though Matic lost the legs, Matic still did more than McTominay and Fred ever did, and that proves what a difference a CDM can make. But when you got, I was shocked we got Casemiro. I can't lie. Even though it was a panic buy, I was completely shocked that Casemiro would come to
It's
Manchester
worked
United.
out.
Hmm?
It's kind of worked out if you deep it. Like it was a
Yeah,
panic buy, but it's worked out.
it's worked out, and he's become one of our important players. And you know, I know towards the end of the season he's not the only one to be fair, but he has been very important toward this season by a long shot. So that's what I personally would put him in brilliant, to be fair. But
Brilliant.
where would you put him?
I put him in. Wait, brilliant's like the best one, right?
Yeah, it's like the top three or something or whatever.
If we're talking start of the season, like before his suspension, I would have put him in brilliant. But ever since his suspension, yeah, we're just seeing his deficiencies on the ball, and then people just get onto me for saying it. But it's true. Like Casemiro ain't great on the ball, but he's still a great defender. So play someone next to him that's good on the ball, so it kind of covers up for his weakness, you know. But yeah, I put him in good, basically pure on the fact that I just don't. I haven't been impressed with him ever since he's come back from the suspension because he's shown like he's been way more rash. Like he's always. I don't like that about Casemiro. Like sometimes it'll work, like he'll always dive in for a tackle, and then sometimes he just ends up costing us like silly free kicks. But at the same time, he stops a lot of opposition attacks. So yeah, he's been brilliant for us this season, but I think as a whole, like ever since he came back from the suspension, I haven't been impressed. So yeah,
Yeah.
I'll put him in the good category.
Well, about Varane, shame about his injuries, honestly.
I'll put him in good.
Yeah, I'd put him in good. I would personally, I would have put him nearly to brilliant if he didn't have the injuries.
Yeah, he wasn't injury prone, yeah, because he's been
He's had,
decent. I don't,
he's been
I don't
when he's
remember
played.
Varane playing that well.
Of course, Martinez and Varane's been the most key players, but we've got to remember Varane's had quite a few injuries this season, same with last season. So, he is fit again. He's playing today, but how long for, we don't know. That's why I think we need to get someone like Kim.
Kim and Jay, yeah, we looked to him.
Yeah, yeah. So, but I'll put him good. Yeah, I would have put him in brilliant, but unfortunately, the injuries, I think, just you know. Victor Lindelof, I put him in good.
Yeah, I
I
put him
know,
in good as well.
I think a lot of people will say, why good? Why would you put him in the same predicament as? Why would you say he's good as Casemiro, Varane, and Rashford? Well, I said Casemiro was brilliant, but yeah, we'll put him in good anyway. Top of good. But yeah, Lindelof, I think, has been very key to us. A lot of people forget that if we didn't have Lindelof out of defence, we might have, if the Brighton game, for example, we might have lost that.
Nah, he was
We
solid,
would.
man.
He's been brilliant backup, and I always rated Lindelof. You put him next to
Yeah,
Varane, he's good. He's been next to Luke Shaw, who's not even a proper centre back, and the defence has been still
yeah.
decent.
And
So
he's better than Varane on the ball as well, but obviously physically, Varane topples him. There's no
yeah,
doubt
and
about
he's
that.
not
But
good in
just
the
on the
air,
ball,
isn't he?
Lindelof, yeah. But
But
yeah, I'd give Lindelof good. He's been solid ever since he's come back in the team for Martinez. He's obviously been injured.
mm, Diego Dalot, this is tough because he started the season, he was good, but
Oh
then
man, average.
yeah, so
He had a very he was brilliant at the start of the season in my opinion, but then obviously after the World Cup he's just been shit. I can't even lie. Like the only good performance I can remember him having was against Nottingham Forest, and that was at left back, which ain't really his natural position. So I'd put him in average.
yeah, I definitely agree with that. Anthony,
Ooh. That's a tough one, man. Personally, I think he's doing well, but obviously
I think
some people may
average.
not be seeing that. Yeah, I would put him in good because what he does for the team, a lot of people don't see what he does for Manchester United sometimes. Like when he does these ball rolls and stuff, like he's basically relieving pressure off of our team when he holds the ball. It can be for like 5, 10 seconds. And then he's waiting for his teammates to make runs and that. And I think that's very, very, very pivotal. Ball retention is important. He's a ball retention player. He doesn't really lose the ball. He's not rash. Obviously, he's still a raw player. He can still improve. Obviously, we're going to see those improvements in years to come. So yeah, I think he's had a decent start. Not as good as many people had expected stat wise, but yeah, I think he's been decent. So I'll put him in good in my opinion. People may
Yeah,
not agree.
yeah, we'll put him in good. We'll put him good. Luke Shaw, got to be good
Average.
in it. Come on, average.
Now, I really look sure. It's just that sometimes he just gets so complacent. I just don't. He's a bro. He's one of the most technically secure left backs in the world right now. I'm not even joking. Like his touch, his crossing, pinpoint, even his set piece taking, it's amazing. But it's just that his mentality. I don't like his mentality because when there's not someone challenging him for the left back spot, he gets complacent, and I think we saw that like against Liverpool. He was poor that game. One of the worst games I've ever seen from him. Even against Arsenal, he's getting battered by Saka, like just bare backing off, and I'm thinking like, come on, put a foot in, man. And sometimes he
Yeah,
doesn't go
I think he
forward.
has been important. I think he's done well though for what he's had to
Yes,
done this season to be in especially to being put in a left side
Yeah.
centre back. You know, a couple of times against
I'm
Man
not saying
City.
he's been bad, but I just think that it's just his
Do you
mentality
know
that
what,
needs to improve. He's a very good player.
Davey? I'm sorry, mate. I'm putting him in good. I can't lie. I
Fair,
know,
fair,
I
fair.
know, I know, I know. I've not rated Luke Shaw in the past, but I've got to give him some credit for this season
Nah, bro, he's a
personally.
very good player, but it's just that his mentality. That's all he has to improve, and his
Yeah,
fitness as well.
yeah, absolutely. Oh, yeah. Jadon Sancho is trash. Come on.
Ooh, trash.
Yeah, for his stand,
Oh,
come on,
nah, I
Davey,
put
come
him in
on.
average. Average. I put the
You're
average,
putting him
man.
in average.
Yeah, bro, he's
Oh,
had a
fair
few
enough.
decent performances, man. I'll give him one more
Yeah, but
season. Yeah.
I listen. The start looked promising for Jaden. I thought the start looked promising. Then, of course, he had some issues, which I respect. But since he's come back, there's been a couple games, but you know, he's not been the same Jaden Sancho we know from
Yeah,
Dortmund.
I hear
You
that.
know, we expected Jaden Sancho from Dortmund. We're getting something completely different. You know, but I rate Jaden Sancho. I want him to do well, but of course, you know,
I just feel like I don't know, man. It's just that he needs to be a bit more direct. Like sometimes he's just
he
so
needs to
timid on the
start
ball.
taking
Like
players on. He needs to start
yeah,
taking
he needs to
players on.
start taking players on. Even the Jadon Sancho that we saw last season, he was one of my best players last season. If we saw a bit of that in his game right now, then he'd be balling out. So I'd give him one more season, but I don't think he's been too bad this season. I'll give him average because sometimes when he has good
We'll
performances, he doesn't get
put him
assists or
average.
goal.
Um, well, these three don't haven't played that are in front of me, so we're not even going to rate them. Well,
Who?
Palestri has, but
Oh, shit.
we got Tom
Unless he
Heaton.
hasn't really played.
Yeah,
He
Tom
hasn't really
Heaton,
played.
Palestri, and for some reason, Mason Greenwood, who's
Oh, God.
Jesus, but we'll know them. Wan-Bissaka.
Oh, he's been good. He's been good. He's been very good. I
Davey's
put him.
actually saying Wan-Bissaka's been good. That is a
Yeah,
shock.
I
That
don't rate
is
him on the ball, but it's just
I don't
he's
rate him
improved.
either, but on the ball though, come on, he's actually improved on the ball though.
He's
Did
improved,
you see
sure.
Brighton?
But,
Brighton
mm,
was mad. That was like wow.
he had
You
me
could
feeling
tell.
on lockdown.
You can tell Ten Hag's changed him completely because he's a different player.
Yeah, yeah. I'd keep Wan-Bissaka now. Like in January, I was saying, yo, let's sell him, get another right
Yeah, I
back
was
in. But
saying
now
that, but then I'm
I'd
like,
keep him.
he's been key to us now,
He's been
and I
solid,
think,
bro.
this is what I keep saying about proper players. Like people maybe like Rashford if you improve shooting, and Wan-Bissaka if you improve him, and yeah, if you improve
But this is what
Bruno.
happens when you have a proper coach. You see, if this was under Ollie, we'd be saying the same shit every week. Oh, these players need to get coached. But now we actually have a proper coach. We're seeing these players improve the
Mm,
deficiencies that we've been seeing for the past few years. But now that even like going forward, Wan-Bissaka's improved, but he's still not the best. But I'm sure he'll improve even
mm.
further.
Well, next up is Dubravka. I know he didn't play much, but we're gonna put him with trash anyway because for a low backup loan signee who was
I
kind
mean, he
of
got he got a cup medal. Let's be real. Because remember, he was cup tied against us
yeah,
when
and he didn't even
we
play.
went back to
Lucky,
Lincoln. Yeah, but he got a
but
trophy. He
nah,
got a medal.
yeah, he got a medal, but he was trash. Absolutely, when he played, that wasn't Dubravka from Newcastle. That was Loris Karius in someone's body or something. I don't know. Terrible. Donny van der Beek got to be trashed, even though he hasn't played. I'll still put him in trash for his standards.
I remember he was having a good game against Bournemouth, at Old Trafford. Then he got injured. That pissed me off, man. But I'll
You
give it.
did
I hope he stays next season. I want to see him get a run of games or something, man.
really? I've seen a
Yeah, I
lot of
think
people want to sell him now. I think
yeah, a lot
people
of
have had
people are
enough
saying that,
of
but
giving him chances.
we haven't seen him get a proper run of games. Has he even played 2 games in a row for Manchester United in his whole career?
I think so. I think. I think he has. I'm not too sure though. But yeah, I'm gonna put him trash though. But yeah. Malacia. Ooh, that's a tough one. Well, Davies I'll just keep discussing. Malacia, probably average. I can't lie. Look, he is a young left back. Um, he is from. He is still young. He has been mainly the backup for Luke Shaw. But I thought beginning of the season he looked a bit promising, but yeah, Malacia has been average. Would you agree?
Yeah, he's been average because he shows glimpses of like his potential and like,
Yeah,
how good he can be. I just think he needs to show a bit more technical security. Like, sometimes he just loses the ball. He's afraid to cross it at times. Like very passive. So yeah, I'll give him average as well, but he's still gonna improve. I'll keep him. You
oh
know,
yeah. Alanga trash.
that guy is awful, bro.
Diallo in. Lango out. Get him out. Honestly, he is honestly just awful. He's just
Diallo.
overrated. Low, huh?
Diallo.
No, Elanga, not Diallo.
Oh, shit. I was about to say, I thought you were talking about Diallo because he's
No,
on loan at
Diallo.
Spurs.
I rate Diallo. I've always rated Diallo.
Yeah.
I've always rated him, but we just never played him. And I think we should play him next season after watching him in Sunderland. Shame he didn't beat Luton though. Come
Oh,
on,
yeah.
Luton. Oh shit. The Man United fans gonna be pissed off at me now because I said Luton deserve to win that. Anyway, Scott McTominay. Oh fuck off, getting trashy fucking shit
Yeah.
player.
Shit, bro. I
BTEC
feel like I
Darren
feel like
Fletcher.
we low key miss his physical presence in midfield. I can't even lie to you, man. You know I don't rate him, but sometimes it's like physicality helps against certain teams, so it might be useful against Bournemouth today coming off the bench.
Probably, but I still think he's trash. He's
Yeah,
trash. He's been
yeah,
trash.
I'll put him there, bro.
Absolutely.
He's just been,
Ganacho. Do you know what?
he's been good.
He's been good for his first season, full season. He's how old? 19, 18. A young player. He's done some really important stuff for us. I would put him in good because he is a very promising. I think he's more promising than Alanga.
Yeah,
Absolutely. And again, he scores us goals. He creates a difference on that left wing sometimes. You know, if Sancho's not having a good game or Rashford's not having a good game on left wing, bring on Ganacho, he'll make the difference. I think he's been great. Good,
yeah,
good, good for his first season.
yeah.
Harry
Garnacho, I
Maguire,
don't think he's good enough to start, but he's a good impact player. But Harry Maguire, put him in trust, please.
can we put sack of potato shit fucking B-Tech, send him to bloody Wrexham or something, please. Like, Jesus Christ. This guy, man, he's more than mean than Phil Jones were. And that's saying something.
I don't even bother ranting about this guy. He's terrible, man. But I feel like he'll do well for a team that plays like
Nah, he
plays less
made
football.
me lose my voice in FIFA 21 when I said Maguire. When I shouted his name, that's the only reason I like Harry Maguire is because I created a famous moment on my channel because of him. But besides that, fuck off, get out of my club. Martinez, brilliant.
Oh, sensational, bro. What a player, bro. That is my guy, fam.
Do you know
He's
what?
so
I
good.
got I got sent this, by the way, guys. I don't know if you saw this, but I got sent this age ago.
Oh
I
yeah,
sent
yeah,
a
I remember
letter
you.
to Man United, but I am very jealous though of my brother because yeah, that is printed, but that is really cool that they sent that. But my brother sent he's a Man City fan, but he sent one to Man United because he thought, oh, I like Rashford because he plays for England. Fine, all right then. He sent one to Rashford. Took him a month or two to get his letter back. He got his letter back yesterday. It's 100% club match attack. I don't know if you. I think you saw it in Snapchat, didn't you? On my Snapchat,
What was
it
it?
was a Rashford signed thing. Match
Oh,
attack.
Matata. Oh shit.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think I saw
I'll go.
that.
I'll
Yeah.
go and ask him for a minute. Get it, guys. But yeah, 100%. It was 100 like stat, and it was signed by Rashford. I researched it. The signature and it is the proper signature of him. It's in a sealed thing, so the signature does not get rubbed away. I'll be back in a minute. I'll go and get it for you guys.
That is crazy. Who else have we got left? We haven't done Phil Jones. He hasn't played. Um, Jack Bartlett hasn't played either. He hasn't played. I feel like we're missing a few players, man.
Right, here it is. I don't know if you could see it, but there's the
Yeah, that's
signature.
cold, man.
So yeah, my brother has got a Rashford signature, proper signed by him. So he can go fuck himself.
I feel like we're missing players. Oh yeah, we're missing Marshall. Marshall, I'll give him average. I'll give Marshall average. That's my guy, but it's just his injury record is just so bad. Like,
Well, I'm back. I had to go. I
yeah,
had
listen, I
to.
was just saying we should put Marshall in average because like his performances have been good. Like most of his performances have been brilliant, but it's just his injury record and his availability is poor. Like
Well, well,
I won't complain if we sell him.
we'll put him in average, and yeah. Ronaldo because he was here.
Trash, bro. Fuck off.
Oh God, Zidane's going to come in. What are you saying about my goat? Nah, but seriously,
He was
Ronaldo,
trash.
listen, he was. I'm not gonna lie. We are a different team without Ronaldo. We're much more better. When Ronaldo was at our team, when we had like Rashford and Martial, we were a lot more better.
A lot
Fluid
more fluid.
passing. fast passing. And people say Ronaldo didn't get played though. Ronaldo did get played quite a lot, and people were saying he didn't have the service. But what annoys me, right, is Martial and all that was getting service, and they were scoring goals. Ronaldo was getting service. He scored one against Everton and one against a Europa League farmers team or something, or two. So was he that good though?
Wait,
Excuses.
how many players have we got left? Because I've got to shoot soon.
We'll do
Weghorst
Bruno
and
to
Bruno.
bits of Weghorst. That's
Sabitzer.
it. That's it. So
Sabitzer's been average. I can't lie. Put Sabitzer in average. He hasn't impressed me. And
I
I'm
thought
only
he was.
giving him average because of
I
a few goals
really.
against United.
I thought he was all right at the start. I thought he looked good. A couple. There was a few games I saw
Yeah,
potential,
he did.
but
Yeah, he was all right. He was all right against Leeds, but I just think other than that, he's just like, what does he offer to the team? He's just another. Like, he's better than Fred, cool, but we can do better than that, even for a squad player. Like
mm,
that shouldn't be a stopgap. You know what I mean? So
Bruno,
I'll put Sabitzer as average. Bruno,
good.
I'll put him in
I
high.
give him Bruno.
He's improved, man. He's improved. I
And
don't really rate him, but he's been good.
last but not least, Wout Weghorst.
He's been trash, man.
Oh
At
come
the
on, he's
start,
the
I
goat.
rated him. You know?
Leave him. He's a goat. Come on, he's
No,
the
at the
goat
start, I actually
striker.
rated him. You know?
Huh?
Especially against Arsenal. I feel like he had a good game against Arsenal. I was like, yo, like he could actually be a good hold up striker, hold up the ball and that. But then he just offers nothing, man. His hold up play, like, yeah, cool. That's his only good thing. But he's not even a threat in the air. He can't score. He
That's
can't
what I'm
score. He
saying.
has so
I
many
thought we
chances.
got him for the air. I thought we got him for the in the air stuff and all that, but we didn't.
Yeah, but none of our wingers can't really cross. Anthony, he just cuts and shoots most of the time. That's what he needs to improve. He needs to start improving his decision making. And
Yeah.
Rashford, he
But
just
so
goes for
yeah,
glory all
but
the
there you
time.
go. We've done it. We've got it. So Martinez is the best player. Then Casemiro, Varane. Um, we'll put Rashford. We'll just put the top three best players: Martinez, Casemiro, and Varane.
Yeah,
You agree?
yeah, I agree
Uh,
with that. Yeah.
yeah, absolutely. But yeah, there you go. I think overall it's better ratings than we did last season. Yeah, good stream. Cheers, Jesse, for joining. Appreciate
Appreciate
it.
that.
And yes, I will be back tomorrow with Jesse to do the Night of Champions match card review. Sorry, Night of Champions preview. So make sure to check that out. 7:30 UK time. If you're in America, then you can figure it out yourself because I don't bloody know. But I don't freaking know US times because I'm not a time master. So, but anyway, I will be back tomorrow. It's been great to have Davey back, and it's been great to do another football stream. And yeah, we'll see you
Yes.
all
Yeah,
next time.
yeah.